them shoulders.
Okay, boy.
Good to go?
Good to go.
What's the crack, guys? Welcome back to another video. Roll the intro. Roll the intro.
Let's go.
Intro! Intro! I want to just take you through the first week of May because I came across something really challenging, and I know this is something that a lot of people experience. So I just want to give my little story about it. I had training on a Wednesday, and for me training is 2 hours away, so it's a 2-hour drive. I don't feel well in the car. I feel really bad on the way up in the car, and if you've been watching my vlogs for a while, you'll know that I have a lot of food allergies and intolerances. So my guess is that I ate something that really made my stomach feel unwell. I get to training, I'm trying to kind of convince myself that I'm okay, and we're actually playing a match, alright? So there's like a match on at training, and it's kind of important because we have a big game coming up, which I haven't told you all about yet, but I'll tell you about soon. But I want to play in this game, and I've quickly realised in this match that I'm not feeling good at all. I end up having to kind of participate at about 50%, and I really want to step out at times, but we're short on numbers, so I stay in. And eventually towards the end of the game I actually end up hurting my ankle, and that kind of compounds the whole, 2-hour drive to Mayo, feeling really unwell, playing a game, feeling sick, and now getting injured, and eventually someone else goes off injured, so I step out because there's an equal number of players then. And I end up going home that night, and again my ankle was really sore that night and sore for a couple of days after. So that was incredibly frustrating. I've had a lot of ankle injuries in the past, and I've done obviously a lot of rehab on the ankles because it's just something that's reoccurring, and I've had them since I was very, very young. So the pain that I got this time was more here at the front, and usually when people hurt their ankle it's on the outside here. It's a lateral ankle sprain out on the outside. So I just want to kind of show you a couple of clips of some of the exercises I do to strengthen up my ankles in general. There wasn't anything specific that I necessarily did for this besides heel sits to just loosen out the front structure of the ankle, because again this was where the pain was, and also inversion. But I would normally do eversion and a lot of balance exercises as well, and even jumping and landing exercises, single leg jumps, single leg landings, and landing onto uneven surfaces, and really just to try and challenge the small muscles in and around my ankle to get them as strong as I can, but also to challenge my proprioception in terms of where my feet are and where my ankle is when I'm landing. Back to my journeys up to Mayo. So the Wednesday I go to Mayo, and it's again very frustrating because it's 4 to 6 hour drive in the car, and for nothing really, because I don't get much out of the session. I have a match then on the Sunday against Castlebar Mitchells, and I kind of put the ankle out of my mind because I want to play. I'm on the way up in the car, I get changed, I'm ready to do the warm-up, I take some painkillers beforehand, and like painkillers aren't something I advocate, but in this case I knew that I was going to be in pain, and I wasn't overly worried about causing more damage, even though I was going to be in a bit of pain. I do the warm-up, and throughout the warm-up I'm just starting to get more and more pain as I'm going through it, and as soon as we start to get into one-to-one drills or defense versus attack drills and you have to change direction quickly, I get a lot of pain, and I just know it's not right. I'm not going to be able to play, and I just have to pull out of it. I don't play in the game, and it's incredibly frustrating because again that was a 2.5 hour drive up, and then another 2.5 hour drive home. So as a whole, I really spent between 8 and you could say 10 hours of driving for real no reward, because I haven't been able to participate in either that training match or the match at the weekend against Castlebar Mitchells. I know this is something that frustrates people that follow me on, say, Instagram, because they send me messages and they ask about injuries and how to get over them quicker, or they're not starting in a game and what can they do to improve their performance so that they can start in the next game. And it is something that is quite frustrating. But I am going to roll a bit of footage from the game. We drew in the end, which is again frustrating. We had a good lead in the second half, right up to, we'll say, midway through it, and then at the end we just struggled to close out the game, and they got a last second goal to level the game, and again it just left us all fairly frustrated. Video, I want to talk about what you can do if you are a sub and what you can do if you are injured. First of all, just remember that if you are a sub, then the person that you're competing with for any particular position has already gotten an extra game in, and it's important that you catch up on that. So you might have to do an extra running session or spend a bit of time with a ball. If you have an injury and you're at a game and you're already togged out, there's no reason why you can't do a bit of rehab. That might be a light bit of running, that might be some strengthening exercises. And if you are injured and you have, let's say, an upper body injury, you can do a lot of lower body things. If you've got a lower body injury, you can do a lot of upper body things. So there's no reason why after that injury you can't come back better than you were beforehand. With me then, the kind of major time management thing that I have to focus on is that drive and that journey. Now I do try and work on the way up in the car and on the way home, and that's when I'm in the passenger seat, not when I'm driving. So if I have a lift, I'll be on the phone or the laptop, and I'm trying to be productive during that time. But I'm also, realizing that every trip to Mayo is really important, and it's important that I prepare during the week and make sure that I'm healthy and fit to be able to get the most out of those trips to Mayo, because it is incredibly frustrating when you get there and you've put a lot of time and energy into getting there in the first place, but then you're not able to participate. So they're a little bit of my frustrations and how I'm overcoming them. If you have any injuries, or if you have any aspects to your game that you feel like are letting you down, and as a result you're not starting, just send me a message. You can drop a comment below in the comment section, or you can private message me on Instagram or Facebook, and I'll get back to you, and hopefully I'll be able to help. Pink. White. I don't know. It's kind of more red. It's like Rodrigo.
Alejandro.
What am I saying? Ignore this. I don't know why I'm wearing this. It's just a white t-shirt, but I don't know. It's kind of cool, I suppose. What up, Alejandro? Do you want to come over and say hello? Maybe you can come over and say hello. What up? What up, man? What am I supposed to do? No! You didn't like my Alejandro bits, no? It was okay. You need to work, Alejandro. You need to work on your gig if you want to make it into the vlog. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Tell a friend, leave a comment, copy and paste the link to this video and email it to absolutely everybody that you know. And again, thank you so much for watching. This has been Alejandro, and bye.